Hi, welcome to Walter Woods Model Railways. So this is really an introduction video. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the layout and basically, welcome to my loft. My name's Pete. My grandfather was Walter Wood, so the layout's named after him. It's based in the late 1980s, early 1990s, and it's a fictional setting between Swindon and Andover. There was a line called Swindon Second Railway, which ran from Cheltenham down to Andover through Marlborough, which was unfortunately ripped up in the 60s. Would be very useful to bring it back, but that's not going to happen now with the level of development. So this is basically a town that has sprung up between Marlborough and Andover, and as a result there is a small Royal Mail parcels depot, and it runs on to the north to Swindon and to the south to Andover and finally to Salisbury. So there's a lot of DMUs. It's regional railways based mainly. A little bit of BR Blue here is still running through on freight, and behind me will be a British Leyland. For those that remember British Leyland, that was the last major British car companies. It became Rover, and it's going to be a mini plant, so there's going to be some STVAs running through with minis and such actually on, and I'm trying to go for a bit of a mixed freight, lots of little DMUs running through, the occasional second line express from regional railways, which includes the Class 37, and a lot of rail freight with red stripe. So as I sort of increase the layout, then there should be some more stock running through. The layout itself at the moment is about 75% loop complete. I've got the final bits now to complete the loop, which arrived today, which is great because I can now put the track down and actually get circuits running, which will help keep the track clean. Scenic wise, the station is just requiring fine tuning, and then it runs into a small depot, which is also my programming track, and then runs into the countryside as a small countryside scene before it divides into the British Leyland plant, and then the main lines run behind a scenic break and then pop out again at the other end, which I should be doing some videos for shortly. The other end comes out, there's a small nuclear fuel siding to give me some more interest, and there's also a few fiddle yards at the far end of the loft just so I can play with which stock is going through. I use a Signatrack Ace DCC controller, which is UK built, rather than one of perhaps the more usual, say Lens or the Gauge Master. Just simply because I like the interface. All is good. There is lots of good equipment out there, but I've enjoyed using the Signatrack. I do think if you do get the chance, give it a quick check. All of my track is Pico with a little bit of Hornby at the sides where I've simply done it for budgeting. A lot of my stations, bits and bobs, are all from Bachmann, and it's all set as if this was a new town, like a new build in the late part of the 20th century. Apart from that, we're all good. Eventually all these will be lit. The loft itself is giving me plenty of options, although I do need to insulate it so I can get up here more. What I'd like to do is really just sort of share a budget model railway experience as I build it up. Not buying £300 models. It's just not something that's going to happen. So, brief rundown, really. That's what's going on with the layout. Hi, my name's Pete, as I say, and I hope to any tips that you'd like to give me for as I go through building this layout, I'd be really grateful. I'm a complete ham-handed amateur. I'm not Everard Junction or New Junction, both of which I watch regularly on YouTube to get ideas. But if you think of something, please let me know. I look forward to speaking to you on the comments, or even give me a shout sometime. Thanks.